Hey, it's Brian from Khaki Shorts. Over the holidays, we took a trip to Europe and spent 21 nights in homes for free. How did we do it? Well, with home swapping, of course. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how we did it.
This is Khaki Shorts, where we cover travel, food, and just utter nonsense.
So first off, if you don't normally watch our channel, just a bit of background about us. Our traveling party is me, my wife Sarah, and her mom Elaine. We're retired from the US and own a 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo in the Cape Phanwa area of Phuket, Thailand. Back in early 2023, we started researching home swapping and are now using it to our full advantage to save money when we travel. We are actually members of 2 different home swap sites, but for our Europe trip, we only used People Like Us, or PLU, as most members like to call it. PLU has multiple ways to arrange swaps, and we'll go through them as we cover each of our destinations. You can check out their site at peoplelikeus.world. I'll also put a link to the main PLU page in the description box below. We actually flew from Phuket to Paris as we got a really good flight deal on Singapore Air. We spent one night at a hotel, which we obviously had to pay for, then caught a quick flight to Copenhagen, Denmark the next day. This was the site of our first home swap of the trip. Micah and Marcus have a 3-bedroom apartment on the 8th floor, easily accessible by elevator. We spent 6 nights in their home while they were away. For this swap, they didn't know if or when they could get to our place in Thailand, so we gave them a globe. A globe is almost like a free ticket in PLU that can be used for a stay of any length that is agreed between the 2 parties. Some might accept a globe if they have an extremely attractive property in a hot area such as Paris or Tokyo. They can then turn around and offer that globe at a future date to someone else for use of their home. We actually get quite a few globe offers for our place because we live in a pretty touristy area on a tropical island. Globes are in limited quantities, so they actually have quite a bit of value. We loved staying in this home as we had a full kitchen and there were 2 grocery stores right downstairs on the street. We tried to eat at home as much as we could because Copenhagen can be a very expensive city to dine out in. A metro station was only a 5-minute walk away where we could pop on and visit anywhere in Copenhagen. After a blustery and cool few days in Copenhagen, we grabbed a short flight to Helsinki, Finland for an 11-night stay in David and Michaela's home in Vantaa, which is just a bit north of Helsinki. This was actually a simultaneous or sim exchange. David and Michaela were staying in our Phuket home while we stayed in their Vantaa home. They wanted to escape the cold of Finland for the sun and sand of Thailand for the holidays, and we wanted to see snow and visit traditional Christmas markets, so it worked out for both of us. Before they left, our hosts were nice enough to fix us a downstairs room for Sarah's mom to sleep as she is 87 and has a bit of trouble with stairs. Sarah and I used their large master bedroom upstairs. Again, we had a full kitchen and there was a small grocery store about a 7 or 8 minute walk away. This is also where the bus stop was. We got pretty adept at knowing which buses would take us to local places as well as into Helsinki for the day. While there, we actually left Sarah's mom at home for one night and took an overnight trip on the ferry to Tallinn, Estonia for one night. We could leave the bulk of our luggage in Vantaa and just take a few things for one night with us on our short trip. A quick word about cleaning when you leave. Every home swap is different. Some people ask you to sweep or vacuum before you leave or strip the beds and leave them to be washed. If you have another exchange coming right after, they might ask you to actually change the sheets on the bed to prepare for the next guest. We've had to ask guests in our home to do similar things. It's a different mindset than, say, Airbnb, where you're paying for a room. Here it is more like your friends using their place and you don't mind cleaning up or doing minor chores to help them out. I mean, they are letting you use their home. So, after 2 weeks in Vantaa, we flew to Prague in the Czech Republic to stay at 2 and George's apartment for 4 nights. This was actually a non-simultaneous or non-sim exchange. 2 and George want to come to Phuket, but they want to visit at a later date. So we use their place in Prague now, and they'll come and use our place sometime in the future. Yes, this does involve a level of trust, but any home swap does. We try to do some back and forth with the people we're swapping with, and on PLU, it's more of a community of potential friends rather than a business transaction. 2 and George's place was a 2-bedroom apartment on the 5th floor of a building only a 5-minute walk from a large metro station. We actually use the tram system more than anything else as it's very easy to get around in Prague and you can view the city as you travel. After Prague, we flew back to Paris for 2 nights so Sarah and I could go to Disneyland Paris for a day. These 2 nights were in a hotel by the airport. So, a total of 25 nights in Europe, 4 nights in hotels, and 21 nights in homes using home exchanging. For lodging, we only spent a total of $454 US. Can you imagine what 21 nights in Europe renting out an entire home would cost? More than I want to spend, or can afford to spend. There is one other type of exchanging you can do, and that is hosting. We didn't employ this technique on this trip, but we have hosted Plu guests before. I'm probably going to do a future video where I'll walk you through all the steps of how to join and use Plu, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel to see more videos about our life in Thailand and our trips around the world using home exchanging.